Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wok, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with me. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate making to them featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a debit case. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Try to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick break. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Niggas swear he the GOAT, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
Check me out, dog. Roll the window up, man. The water. Ain't no better, dog, really. The son of a king. I don't Balenciaga. I might just wear a collar. I might just wear the Pradas. But I'm thinking long term, so I might say the dollars. We ain't no better, I'm just being honest. I should've went to college, but I was thinking violence. This a one West world, we the fucking livest. Break it down, we break ground, we don't break no damn promise. Let's get active, dog, don't tell me how you feel about it. These cats saying too much, they ain't learn enough. You maxed out the first quarter, I'm still warming up. These niggas tossing up a brick, they can't score with us. Who gon' come against us? on the Lord with us. Them niggas riding for you. Hope they ride till they crash. Put my name in your mouth, I put my belt to your ass. I ain't running no race, I just hope that I last. All them niggas you look up to, I consider them trash. Only time you seen a leader was in Wayne hand. Niggas that dap you, then pop you with the same hand. I'm a main player, I stick to the game plan. He don't really fuck with you, that's your main man. We them niggas came through and made your city hot. Yup, said he in the field, but he really not. And I ain't casting no stone, I just let him rock. And that's the kind of story they gon' read about. But if it's war, it ain't no tapping out. Grip still heat, spit like a dragon mouth.
We have a gift that nobody can see, that was handed over to us to do something amazing. Take the gift, man. Take the gift. Take the gift, man. And let the Most High work in you to do something you have never believed to happen.
I ain't even impressed what you expect. You see this shit? Hold on, there's one West on my chest.
One West World. That's it.
Fuck a street code, let a priest law. No stain, great Dane with the leash off. I ain't nothing of this world, I need a respawn. I just know they wish that I would stop, but I keep going. These fringes on my calf like a tube sock. I used to stuff the loose ones in my shoebox. And we came a long way from the curbside. Now we looking from the top from a bird eye. And I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. Lord, let the hell rain, we gon' see who real. And you know they gon' hate when they see a plate. So imagine what they doing for $250,000. And we really the only ones going to war. You niggas just be talking like y'all won the war. I made love to this truth and there's no divorce. My Spanish mommy call me Poppy like a corner store. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And say the acting for the camera, this is not a movie. I pray to God I don't fall off. I ain't nothing like y'all. Niggas think they slime, cut their head off a python. Blame me for my outlook, never counted the lookouts. The world said I wasn't shit, but look at how I turned out. Not so bad, huh? Why you mad, huh? We go hard, but go harder for the have-not. Listen, when that oil hit your leg, then you can't stop. Your feet better hit the ground running, this shit bedrock. Man, we tried to put him on, but he sleep. Waking up the people, that's the job for a priest. Hopped out the wheel, fringes swinging like a pendulum. You heard of the tribes, where the fuck you think they get it from? Look, I'm a soldier, get the order, then I get it done. Got some big shit to split the water, make these niggas run. Why you hurt? If I told the truth, then I showed you love. Let me prove it, wanna move right, let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And say the acting for the camera, this is not a movie.
Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's not, I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say it. I ain't even on a rap, so I already beat the rap shit.
Testing. Let me see if we got this. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. All right, we straight. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. All righty. Hey, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathum to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemal Athum Bashem Yahushai to the sisters. Oh my gosh. Things messing up everywhere. All right, so obviously we got some problems, some technical difficulties with the camera. So we're gonna look a little old school. It's gonna look like a VH1 during class today, y'all. So bear with me. You know what I mean? If you tuning in, you think this is a rerun from back in the 80s. This is not. We just having some technical difficulties with the camera, so I had to downgrade down to the low grade camera. So y'all just bear with me. We ain't gonna be long. I spent so long trying to fix the problem, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be long. So the water for y'all in the chat. My brethren and my sisters, how y'all doing? Y'all Tawab out here tonight, man. Y'all got any questions, comments, current events? Man, y'all put it inside the chat. We're gonna chop it up for a minute. I want to say the water for y'all in the chat too. Keep the algorithm up. You know what I mean? The water. I'm gonna say, okay, so Barakatah Yahweh while y'all was shy. Barakatah while y'all was shy. What's like it? Barakatah Yahweh while y'all was shy for the brothers, because the Lord is really opening up the internet. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is opening up the internet. It's a lot of clips of brothers is putting out on the airwaves. And you know what I mean? We getting this truth out. Brothers and sisters are starting to see the culture. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people easily get persuaded to not want to be invested into what we do and what we teach. You know what I'm saying? But now a lot of the world is starting to see a taste of our lifestyles and how regular we are, and you know what I mean, the truth that we bring out and how we can coincide real life with the with scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank the Most High, Yahweh Shai, the brothers for putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out, shouts out to Captain Tazariak. Captain Tazariak always working. You know what I'm saying? He just finished. He just finished a battle. I missed it. I'm gonna tap into that after class. How was that battle though? What was the topic? But yeah. So another thing, you know what I'm saying? When y'all see that content out there, whether if you've seen it over and over again, you know what I'm saying? If it's a repeat of a topic, whatever it is, y'all like, share, get this truth out there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get this truth out there. Do not sit back and just watch the video and then just move along. Your likes, your comments, everything you do, your interest within the video is what circulates the video. You know what I'm saying? So when you do see brothers putting out content, you see brothers putting stuff on there on the internet, definitely like, you know what I mean? Definitely share if you can. If the least you can do is like the video. You know what I mean? If you, whether you want to share it or not, depending on what the topic is, the least you can do is at least like it. That definitely keeps this these videos circulating. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, what we got? Oh, they was talking about a bunch of stuff. Okay. Okay, what's the topic? The topic for tonight, I got two topics. Well, I had two topics. We're gonna see how much time we got. If y'all want to thug it out with me for about a good at least 50 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hold y'all too long, but we can make it quick. I had a whole 2 hours worth of content to bring to y'all, but I was having a lot of issues trying to get the camera to work. So, you know what I mean? Now it's kind of like We just gonna chop it up now. We definitely gonna the topic in though. It probably might not be two, but we definitely gonna get the topic in. Shoot, if y'all ain't got no comments, y'all ain't got no questions, no nothing, we can just get right into it. So I'll wait for like 30 more seconds. You're on the chat. Nothing. All right. What was we gonna talk about? All right. Nothing. All right, cool. Definitely though. You know what I mean? Like I said before, y'all comments keep the algorithm up too. So, you know what I mean? Try to get y'all some questions in each classroom. You know what I mean? Every classroom has a different subject. You got scripture breakdown tomorrow with priest and officer at the Walker Bar. You got scripture breakdown on scripture breakdown Thursday. That's either going to be Captain Gadahar or Officer Thabawan. You got Sabbath service Saturday. Priest and Officer Itazam, Priest and Officer Abayala. You got Lashawan Kadash, which everybody should be tapping into. Fridays, Priest and Officer Kamada. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be trying to at least become as fluent as possible when it comes to speaking this Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Try to get a question there for at least one time. You know what I mean? It's always something to learn. So, you know what I mean? You know, this is Brotherhood class. So you got any Brotherhood questions? You feel like people coming against you that you thought you trusted or anything like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the class to come to. I am here to give you your therapy. Right? So, no questions. We're going to get to it. All right. So, down to the topic. I want to say, why is it that our blacks and Hispanic people? You know what? We'll get to that. I'll get to the other topic because that ain't really, we not about to do too much on that topic. So we're gonna talk about Doomsday. Doomsday. You're hearing a lot about it. People are nervous. People are in panic. Yeah, a lot of things are going on. You know what I mean? 2 Edomites just got deleted from Edomites. So it's crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? They starting to see a little bit of the oppression that we face on a day-to-day basis when it comes to us being snatched up off the streets and unrightfully detained and unalived, unrightfully and framed too. You know what I mean? Because you got the president out here just saying whatever to make sure that people believe his narrative as far as what these protesters are out here doing. You know what I mean? From what I'm hearing, one of the Edomites wasn't a protester. He was just out there trying to protect a woman. And he had a firearm on him. And this was the recent one that just got deleted. But he had a firearm on him. They took the firearm off of him right away. He wasn't armed after that, and yet he was still being pummeled by like 10 ICE agents, and then shots went off, and you could see in the video that it was an intentional deleting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, white people, it's like Esau is really starting to see what we usually see on a day-to-day basis every time we step out of our households. You know what I mean? And the world is going to a panic, so much so that they have this doomsday clock. I'm pretty sure a lot of us know about it. You know what I mean? If you in a younger age group, you probably don't know nothing about it, but there's this doomsday clock that they have, that Esau has, you know what I mean? And they keep this clock at a point where they feel as if all hell is going to break loose. The boundaries of control is being deleted, and There is no more control, and humanity, as we know it, it's at its last peak of survival. So this doomsday clock, the furthest before this generation, the furthest it's ever been is about to the 14 minutes by 12 or 17 minutes. 14 or 17 minutes by 12. That was the closest it's ever been to the day of doom, the doomsday. You know what I mean? The day where the day of reckoning, where everything just collapses. You know what I mean? That's the closest it's ever been, and that was around like I think 1991. And now that clock, for how crazy things have been so far and how bad things have been so far, that clock is at 80. What is it? 84, 87 seconds to the clock strikes 12. 87 seconds. The closest they ever been was what, 17, 14 minutes. Now it's at 87 seconds. They are in sheer panic, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gotta get a Lord hand for that. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, what's going on, man? Young man. You gotta get a Lord hand for that, because well deserved. Let this place be in pure panic, pure shambles. Let them feel like any moment this place could break, because it's well deserved. Once, like, have they not read the Bible? Have they not understood and learned from lessons in the past? You do not put your hands on God's chosen people. That point blank, period. It's been going crazy ever since ICE has been given full immunity. They've been going crazy on our Isupk brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Our Haitian brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like since they, the tides turn. You know what I mean? Since they have since they put out a hit for our people, things have just been going insane. It's been going crazy. For them, not you know what I mean. It's always been crazy for us. It's going to continue to be crazy until our people wake the hell up. You know what I mean? Sometimes our people need crazy. Sometimes our people need to be harassed and so we can understand who the enemy is. You know what I'm saying? There's been no bigger awakening than right now of our people understanding who the enemy is. If they didn't understand it back in the day, they definitely understand it now. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's just a lesson that needs to be learned. That you can learn that in the Bible. You do not try to harm God's people. You know what I mean? When they started to, what happened with Egypt, when they started to, we gonna unalive all the firstborn males. We gonna get rid of this community of people. We gonna get them up out of here. They becoming too strong in numbers. Same thing that you see today. Esau is afraid that Issachar is becoming too strong in numbers. You know what I mean? One thing about Israel, we breed like crazy, and the birth rate of Esau is depleting. It's going down. It's definitely going down. So yeah, it's as you can see, what happens. They sat over here, they sat over there in Egypt, and they said, okay, we're gonna unalive all the firstborn, and the Lord had to intervene. What did they do with us? What are they doing with us? We're gonna take the father, separate him from the family, we ripping him away, we're gonna take him to God knows where, put him in detention centers, and put the kids in one place and the males in one place, women in another place. It's complete chaos when it comes to what they're doing to our Hispanic brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? To Issachar, to Haitians, to, you know what I mean? To Venezuelans. It's crazy what's happening to our people. And every time when we get targeted for some type of can I say the word genocide? I don't know if I can say it. I don't know if that's get you a strike or not. But every time we get targeted for that, the Lord intervenes, and he continues to intervene when it comes to our oppressors thinking that they can just wipe us off this planet. You know what I mean? Esau is trying to find another way where he can get the up on civilization for the right now. For the right now, that way they can build for the future. That's what they're trying to do right now, because they are not producing as much as they are deleting. They're deleting faster than they are producing. So you give it a couple more years and they will be the minority of the world. You know what I'm saying? So they know that. Because they know that, that's why they attack us. Because the last thing they want to do is see niggas back at rule. You know what I'm saying? And that's the God honest truth. It says, it looks to me that ICE has been given the opportunity to top the police in abusing Israel and unalive the holy people of God. Of course, that's the same thing in Egypt too. They were given, the Pharaoh sent that okay, and that's what happened. And our people were, I mean, we were already slaves out there. You know what I mean? Living in ghettos, like we were already their slaves. And just like we as well as we're slaves out here in America. It's not, this is just repetition. This is like a repeat. This is literally a repeat. But this is the last repeat that we'll have. Thank the water to Christ's sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? This is the last repeat that we'll have to have, because now we have no choice but to get right. Now we have no choice but to serve the Lord the right way. You know what I mean? And we're going to be forced into that position, whether we like it or not. You know what I mean? So we might as well do as they did in Egypt and cry on to the Lord and let him know, like, Lord, you know what I mean? We need you right now. Like, please save our people, because it's hell. I was talking to this Iskarite brother. He was trying to talk to me about I guess the Catholics got a doomsday too. They got a prophecy about some type of prophecy about doomsday as well. It's like it for the bags of my eyes too. I am extremely tired, but freaking he was telling me about, like, because he's like a Catholic so-called, I don't know, but he definitely was on drugs. But you know what I mean, a lot of people in the Catholic churches and the regular churches is on drugs. Shooting, that religion in itself is a drug. You got to be on some heavy drugs to think that God is three different people in one time in different places. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I kind of heard something outside too. I don't know if they unplugged something or something. I don't know what's going on. Where was I at? Did it end while I was giving the precepts out? Jesus. I don't know where it ended, but I'm gonna keep on giving these precepts out. But yeah, we having some internet ain't working like it used to. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's see. Oh, it ended before I get the precepts. All right, I'll go back to those then. All right, so these is my end of days precepts. Can we just read through? Y'all, would y'all mind if I go like 15 minutes over? Nah, I won't read them. I'll just give them to y'all, and then we'll get to the topic. All right, so Matthew's 24 and 6 through 8. Isaiah 66 and 15 through 16. 2 Peter's 3 and 3 through 11. We'll probably get back to this topic. I recently did it. That's why I didn't want to do it again. And let me go back to I don't know if y'all heard me read these ones. But I'll go back to it real quick. It was Isaiah 63 and 1, Revelations 19 and 15. Daniel 7 and 13. Proverbs 1 and 25, Lord gonna laugh at their calamity. I think Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. Second Ezra 6 and 6. First Maccabees 1 and 1. Those are just a couple of end of days precepts. Those are a couple of them. If I got to, we can get back to them next week. But yeah, so we gonna get on the topic real quick. I ain't gonna hold y'all long, man. I know I got to get some sleep. Y'all got to get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? That was my fault, man. I couldn't get that goddamn camera to work, and now the Wi-Fi tripping. So next week will be a little bit more prepared. But yeah. So let's get to the topic. Let's see. I'm gonna add this real quick. Add a second screen to the class. There we go. Let's see if it worked. Yep, it worked. All right. Okay, so on to today's topic. I just gotta say, what in the heck is going on with our people? What is really going on with Blacks and Hispanics, man? Why is it that we are so easily swayed into these these what can I call them? These agents. How is it that we continue to keep falling for the okie doke? How? Our people are so open to believe anything. You know what I mean? We are so open to believe anything. They told us that white people loved us in the midst of slavery. We believed it. They tell us everything that is just a complete oxymoron. Just it's like water and oil. You know what I mean? It just don't mix. And they throw a whole bunch of just lies, and they throw a whole bunch of BS in front of us, and we just absorb it. And we just, like, it's not foreign. It's not a strange thing that the Lord compared Israel to a harlot, because harlots are easy, and we're easy. We're so easy just to spread our spiritual legs. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Like, people can tell us the sky is made out of the clouds is made out of cotton candy, and for some reason we'll end up believing it. So that's what I want to say. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, how do we consistently make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again? And if you don't believe it, here's an example. You know, see a nice little example right here. Let me see. I'm gonna go on mute. You see, that's exactly what's wrong with the Black Panther movement.
I'm telling you, we, the original Black Panther Party, in good conscience cannot risk life and limb of our people for groups of people who have not risked life and limb for us.
This dude annoys the hell out of me. So for some reason, Esau has created, well, they went and hired a couple of agents, and they've created this, well, they assigned them to go create what they would call the Black Panther Party. Now we know our history. Black Panther Party originated back in the day. You know what I mean? It was more so for the community, and to be able to feed the kids. And you know what I mean, they had their positives, but they also had their negatives. We're gonna get to it. You know what I mean? The positives were, you know what I mean, we understood who our enemy was. We understood who to attack or who to not trust. You get what I'm saying? We understood, but there was a negative. We understood it to the point where it was just political. I think our people don't want to move on from the white people because of the comfortability of putting trust in Esau and not being responsible for ourselves. Yeah, that's true too. It's like slavery. Like in slavery, we had that same mentality. Like we would be so brainwashed into thinking that our oppressor was God's gift. We like, what was that one saying? We sick, boss. We sick, boss. You know what I mean? Our house is on fire. You know what I mean? That was our mentality. We would think that our slave master loved us in the midst of slavery. You know what I mean? But this is why I say the Lord sat there and called us easy for a reason. He called us harlots. He compared us to harlots. You know what I mean? Because we're so simple and we're so easy. Like, it's just like, it can be something that just is completely obviously a lie, and we'll still fall into that lie. Now, what I was saying about these people right here, you know what I mean? These are agents. These are people who have sold out their people, and they are dancing to the tune of their master, who is our oppressor. So I was talking about the pros and cons to the Black Panther movement, right? One of the cons were, the bad things were, they thought that the enemy was just the government, not understanding that it's bigger than the government. It was more than just the government. It was the government. It was for sure the government. You know what I mean? But it was the people who run the government. And who are those people? What nation of people run the government? It wasn't just those people who clocked in and had governmental jobs. No, this was more so a race war. So the problem would be amongst them. You know what I mean? And that was the wrong thing. When you see a lot of pictures of the Black Panther community, like, it was more so just like, okay, if you stand with the people, you can come. We have to completely separate ourselves from our oppressors. We have to completely separate ourselves from Esau. It cannot be no one or two or three or any of them. And even in the midst, there is Esau in blackface. There's white people in blackface, just like them. This is how you get infiltrated. This is why you need an organization who understands who the enemy is. And there's no greater organization than the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? There's no greater organization, because it would take so much to be able to be infiltrated, because there's a protocol that comes with being in this school. And a lot of weak people don't like it, but a lot of weak people don't understand. I mean, that's why you got to get a lot of people who drop their sword and get back into the world, because it's a strict protocol. But at the end of the day, the protocol has been able to stand since 1969 without being infiltrated. So obviously, there's something that is a pro to this protocol. And there's obviously something that was wrong with the protocol of the Black Panthers, because the Black Panthers are no more. They were infiltrated, and they were able to be infiltrated. And it's because they were still wide open. Even though they wanted to stand up for their communities, they wanted to stand up for their race, they were still wide open. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they had to change their names to the Black Lions, because one of the old founders of one of the old chapters of Black Panthers, they said that they was going to sue them or something like that for using their name. So these agents, who are obviously agents, they changed their names to Black Lions. But Black Lions, Black Panthers, Black Bears, Black Blankets, it's all the same thing, regardless of the simple fact is, if you are under a white man's agenda, you are doomed for destruction. You get what I'm saying? Dude said they ready for CW2 and World 3. You see, he was doing that on purpose. This is their plan. Their plan was to rally up all Black people and to get them to be aggressive. They want Black people to be aggressive towards ICE, so ICE can be more aggressive towards Black people. This is a white person's agenda. Right. This was a white person's agenda. A white person came up with this agenda for Blacks. So that's why our people need to be extremely cautious. But at the end of the day, our people right now are extremely peaceable right now. We would harm anything on this planet other than white people. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just the truth. We would harm our own family members before we harm white people or the law. You get what I'm saying? Like, you see the biggest, baddest gangster walking up and down the streets. He's terrorizing the city completely. But as soon as them cop cars pull up behind him, that man's sweating. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they tell him to get out the car, put your hands up, he ain't giving the same fight back that he would give to somebody from the opposition hood, or you know what I mean, somebody that you get somebody that look like him. He's not going to give that same fight back. He's going to give himself up and allow them to take him away. And this is what I'm saying. Black people are extremely peaceable these days. We don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? And then you got freaking agents like this who will sit there and say, "Oh well, black people, we gonna sit this one out. We gonna sit this one out. This ain't got nothing to do with us. It's only the Hispanics. Hispanics are being getting brutalized right now. We gonna sit this one out. They wasn't there for us anyways when it was us and mooty whoop whoop and mooty whoop whoop. That is a white man's agenda." This is how the Black Panther movement was able to be destroyed the first time. You know what I'm saying? Because of agents. And now you got people who are disguising themselves as a Black Panther organization doing the same exact thing, being agents, trying to rally blacks up because you know why? They want blacks in the fight as well. They want blacks to get angry and they want you to get violent because right now you're seeing white on white crime right now. You know what I mean? You're seeing that a lot on television stations, and the people are all riled up and they pissed off. So now somebody has put out the hit for and put out the order for black people to get angry. You know what I mean? And now they got people joining this organization, and you know what I mean? It's not much, but at the end of the day, our people weren't able to peep it when it first hit. I watched this video for like 2 seconds. Once I start seeing the separation between blacks and Hispanics, I already knew this is a white man's agenda. This is a agent. But it took me being amongst brothers and learning amongst brothers who actually care about blacks and Hispanics to understand when you see an agent. You get what I'm saying? To understand when you see an agent. It's easy for our people to be swayed into this type of plot because we don't understand brotherhood. We don't understand the God of the Bible. We don't understand discipline. We don't understand law. We don't understand obedience. So it's easy for us to be swayed into things like this because, you know what I mean, once we hear, oh, black people this and black people that, we completely jump into it. That's why everything should have some discernment when it comes to what you do on your day-to-day basis. You should be able to tell the real from the fake, the nonsense from the truth, the BS from the truth. You got to have that wisdom. And if you don't got that wisdom, then you can be easily swayed just like what these people are trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Talking about getting guns and, oh, I wish ICE would come down here. We see ICE and they come in my neighborhood. It's going to be, what did he say? Survey says? I don't know what he said. But what he's doing is he's trying to manipulate the people's minds to be violent so that ICE has a reason now to harass openly and to unalive blacks. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump gave him the okay with Hispanics and try to use the excuse that they are not legal, which we already know Hispanics were here before white people even thought of this place, even knew this place existed. So, you know what I mean? How can you be illegal on stolen land? But Donald Trump I can't even say Donald Trump. The white race gave the okay for Hispanics to be harassed, for them to be picked out by the way they look and the way they sound. You know what I'm saying? So now they want black people to be in this race too. Because for some reason, while this person is talking about that we are not in the fight, oh yeah, we're definitely still right there. We're definitely still, he said that we weren't a target. we are definitely still a target. And with agents like this to remind you that blacks, you still a nigga too. You know what I mean? Because they got people on payroll just waiting to destroy your communities, to sit over here and feed you lies. They think you just that stupid. They think you have no wisdom. You know what I mean? But if you cared about if you have no brotherhood, yeah, you're gonna get persuaded. You're going to fall into the okie doke. You're going to fall into it if you have no brotherhood. But if you got brotherhood and you love your brothers and your sisters, then you can easily find out where an agent lies at. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some precepts, my brethren. Yep, we are at 9 o'clock. Let's get into some precepts. Let's go to Acts 20 and 29. All right. Where are we at? Let me see. This is the book of Acts, chapter 20 and verse 29. It says, "Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock over which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers, to feed the church of God, which he hath purchased with his own blood." Let's see. Is that it? 2029, right? Oh, yeah, so 29. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Verse 29. "For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, to draw away disciples after them." So, oh yeah, most definitely. So you can see, and if you and you can see that the warning has already been set from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The warning has already been set from the Most High. There's going to be people amongst you who are traitors. There's going to be people amongst you who are sellouts. There are going to be people amongst you who are agents, who are white people in blackface. You get what I'm saying? You got to have some discernment to yourself to be able to know what is the truth and what is a lie. You get what I'm saying? You cannot continue to keep allowing yourself to be treated as if you have no intellect. You know what I mean? Blacks, Hispanics, natives, we're the smartest people on this planet. We're the greatest inventors. We're the greatest builders. We're the hardest workers. You get what I'm saying? We can't allow such a low piece of race to look at us as if we are the weaker links. We can't allow people who have done absolutely nothing but harm this world to the point of 84 seconds of Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow those people who've been running this world, and then the sea hates them, the mountains hate them, the sky hates them, the God of this earth hates them. You know what I mean? We can't allow such a mindless and animalistic type of being to make us feel like we are the ones without a brain. You know what I mean? And we got to hold our people accountable too. Holding our people accountable is sometimes not sometimes, it's all the time the most important thing to do, because these people out here will have us looking like we are the weaker links. There's people out here who, I understand, they've been raised wrong. They got some trauma they dealing with. They didn't have any guidance when it, but we got to start holding ourselves accountable. We got to start putting ourselves in a manner where our people are afraid to not look unintellectual, unwise. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole baddies club stuff, this freaking gang banging stuff, the pimping stuff, the drug dealing stuff. This has got to stop. It's like, how can you continue? Like, I see people, right, who I've grew up with, and they'll mess around with powder, and I'm looking like, what in the blue hell? Like, we grew up laughing at crackheads, like making them dance. You know what I'm saying? Making them do like Michael Jackson moonwalks and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up seeing the consequences of that lifestyle, and yet we play with it as if because it's something to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to hold our people accountable. We got to start like shaming is necessary. Like, the shaming I'm talking about is like looking at somebody like, what is wrong with them? Like, ew. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shameless women out here. There's a lot of shameless men. There's a lot of people who don't care about our race. There's a lot of people who despise Black people and are willing to do whatever it takes and put all the energy that they can to make us look as horrible as possible. So we have to be an example of nobility. You know what I'm saying? We have to be an example of pride and wit, and we have to be an example of strength as well. Because the only reason that these lost women is falling into that bad girl, white Hollywood lifestyle, like bad girls club stuff, is because of past traumas, things that they've built up emotionally, emotional wreckage, all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it because of the lack of accountability, the lack of shame, that's why our people fall into that life like that. You know what I mean? But it's time to bring that shame back. It's time to bring that image of the respectful Black man and woman back, Hispanic man and woman back. You know what I mean? That's the time that we're living in right now. Their doomsday is here, but their doomsday is the beginning of our kingdom. And we got to understand that. And you're not about to sit in this kingdom being an alcoholic. You're not about to sit in this kingdom being a druggie. You're not about to sit in this kingdom being a whoremonger, being effeminate. You're not about to sit in the kingdom of Blacks and Hispanics and think that you would have a seat in that kingdom having these particular lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. The Lord is going to do away with that stem of destruction. You know, you just pick the weeds out the ground, or pick the root out the ground to completely get rid of that plant. You know what I mean? The Lord is going to pluck out the unrighteous, the unwanted. So we have to set that example. Now that we got the internet on fire, you know what I mean? Now it's time to be as loud as possible, Israel. Be as loud as you can be. You know what I mean? Walk around with your shield. Walk around, you know what I mean? Like, when people want to conversate with you about the Bible, hey, do you know the truth? Oh, yeah, I do know the truth, actually. What do you know about the truth? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, be that. Because I sat over here, I had on my way home right after school, I had a talk with a brother from Isupk, and it's only because he had misguidance on what the Bible truly is, but he got to hear my mouth, and I could see how irritated he was in that long passage I gave him with a whole bunch of scriptures and a whole bunch of proof. You know what I'm saying? He was pissed off. But that's just how it's going to be. And then more than likely, he's going to come right back to that subject, and he's going to start to see what I was talking about, Lord willing. And Lord willing, he gets off of drugs. Lord willing, he gets his mind, body right, and he finds himself in a position where he can find a seat in the kingdom as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to see our brothers and sisters have to suffer the judgment of all oppressors. I'd rather just say that for all oppressors. Just see them have to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? So as we are able to be as loud as we can right now on this internet while we still got time, because it's only going to be for so long that we able to spread this truth around. There will be a time period where people will not be able to, you know what I mean, get this truth. So we got to work twice as hard, because that time you spent being lackadaisical is going to be that time where you lost a life and a life after that, and a family and this family and that family. You get what I'm saying? So as in your day to day, you should be finding different ways to be able to spread this truth. You should be the embodiment of the truth. Wherever you go should be a message that can be heard. You know what I'm saying? So what else we got? Proverbs 12 and 19. I'll start at 18. The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 18, it says, there is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. Verse 19, the lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. So understand that. You know what I'm saying? This lie that this brother's talking about, that black people are now not being hunted and Hispanics have never been able to help us out and been able to never came through for us to try to save us. You know what I mean? That obviously it was very temporary. Them brothers was probably out for about 2 weeks. Now they the Black Lions. You know what I'm saying? They were extremely temporary. They didn't last too long at all. But he had a lying tongue. It's not true that Hispanics have never put their lives on the line for blacks in America or blacks in the world. You know what I mean? There's plenty of different examples. You got Gasper Yanga, and you got different situations of, you know what I mean, the Underground Railroad, you know what I mean, escaping down to Mexico to find some type of safety. You got all these different examples of Hispanics and blacks unifying and protecting each other. And then the dude got the nerve to sit there and want to claim, you know what I mean, that's how you know you're agent. That's how you know you're a white man, because he didn't even know nothing about the Brown Berets. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna claim Black Panthers and you don't know about the Brown Berets? Like, it's one of the same. You know what I mean, it was a black movement, it was a Hispanic movement, it was a Native American movement. I mean, we was all under the same hell, under the same oppressor, and we still are today. This man ain't did no research. He's so white, man, he don't even know nothing about the Black Panthers alone. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this is why it's important to have wisdom, because you got to be able to get these people out of our community. Get there. Once people start to talk about Black and Hispanic division, you automatically should know, okay, this is a white man. Because the only people that want Blacks and Hispanics to be divided are white people, a white culture, a white organization. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand, once you get an inkling of that division, once they start to get into like it's a smidget of that conversation, just know right out the back that is a white organization. That's exactly what it is. Causing division, trying to divide Blacks and Hispanics, because divided, a nation falls. So divided, we fall down. You get what I'm saying? This brother is not willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good of his people, because he doesn't even understand that Hispanics are your people as well. You wouldn't try to cause division. You'd be trying to help the people who are in need of help right now, because at the end of the day, we're all in need of help. So let's go to John 15 and 13. We already read all the Proverbs, right? It was more on Proverbs, but we don't keep it moving real quick because I got like literally like 2 more minutes. I'm gonna stretch it out to 5 though. So John, let me see. John 15 and 13. John 15, verse 13, it says, greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You got to understand, when you step into this truth, you are laying down your life. The things that used to matter are no longer a concern. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to lay down your life in a physical manner, and there's also a way to lay down your life in a spiritual manner. Laying down your life is not just putting yourself in harm's way to be unalived. You get what I'm saying? Laying down your life is stopping all the things that you used to desire to fulfill the desires of your people. You know what I'm saying? That's laying down your life as well. When you're willing to sacrifice the things that you wanted the most, the things that you've probably been working on or pursuing for a time, and you've been gaining for so much, you put those things to the side, and you sacrifice those things for the greater good of your people. That's laying down your life. And that's what he's talking about in this verse. You know what I'm saying? So there is no greater love than that when you lay down your life for the betterment of your village. You know what I'm saying? Psalms 1 and 1. I got 2 more presets and we up out of here, y'all. Salakia. So if y'all bear with me. We about to be up out of here right now. Do Psalms 1 and 1 real quick. It says, the book of Psalms, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Okay. Excellent precept. You know what I mean? Excellent way to build your knowledge up, to be able to know who you should affiliate yourself with, who you should surround yourself with, who should be occupying your time, because you don't want to sit too long in the seats of sinners, because then you'll start to do what they do. You'll start to act the way that they act. You'll start to take counsel from those who have absolutely no good intent towards you or your embetterment of your race. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep good company, keep righteous company, right? I think that's it. I had 2 Timothy 3 and 1, but I kind of skipped that a little bit. I'll just read it real quick. Should I read that? I'll read 2 Timothy 3 and 1, and then Matthew's 24 and 10, and we up out of here. We about this thing. Go get some rest, relax, kick your feet up. The water for y'all tuning in too, man. Y'all can be anywhere right now. It's in the middle of the night. Y'all can be watching Netflix with your feet kicked up. You know what I mean? Y'all in class, getting some knowledge. The water. What was that? Where did I say we was at? Oh yeah, 2 Timothy. So like it. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. All right, so 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, just like this man right here and his organization and their whatever they intent to what they try to do to harm black people by putting them in the forefront to go out and harm ICE agents. That with black people, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. They're trying to find a reason to attack us. They're trying to find a reason to attack us. Be extremely careful out there. You know what I mean? Get that word out there. Be extremely careful out there. Blacks, Hispanics, they are trying to find a reason to attack us. Hey, Shalom of Christ. What's going on, my brother? So it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sin, led away with diverse lust, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. This is pretty much what we've been speaking about all class, okay? What we've been talking about all class about this new mindset of effeminate men and aggressive women. You know what I mean? It's time to bring shame back. You get what I'm saying? So then we're gonna go to Matthew 24, I think it's verse 10. It says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So our brother asked for some in the days precepts. I hope you still tapped in right now. You know what I mean? I get those are a couple of good in the days precepts right there. That's what we got, y'all. You know what I mean? Half of y'all done left already. I know it's late. But for y'all that's been tapped in, that's been watching, the water for y'all in the chat, the water for y'all in the comment section. Like I said before, you see brothers making content, like, comment, share, do what you can to push this truth out. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can to push this truth out. Right now is the time. You know what I mean? Doomsday clock, which we already know. You know what I mean? We don't know when Yahweh Shai is coming back. But since they want doomsday so bad, push this truth out. The more truth that comes out into this world, the worse that the closer to doomsday they get, and they only 87 seconds away. But like, share content. You know what I mean? Post it. Make yourself useful to this truth. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own job. Everybody should be putting in their brick on trying to get this truth out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to say shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakathum to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Latham Ba'Shem Yahshai to the sisters. We about this thing. The water for y'all tuning in, man.